Hey, I'm Mickey,
I'm Kat.
and we're Cat and Mouse Astrology. Welcome to the full moon in June of 2026. Full moon in Capricorn.
So far for me, it still doesn't quite feel like summer, even though we just had the solstice. It's the weather.
Yeah, it's been weird weather.
Very
Weird,
spring-like where we
seasonal.
are.
Yeah, not seasonal weather at all. Real weird. Yeah. And I don't know, the whole climate feels like I feel like we're building to this crescendo that might be scary. And
Mm,
perhaps that's my being an astrologer and knowing that we're about to have a Mars conjunct Uranus.
mm.
And it's a little unnerving, but I I'm of the mind that everything has a yin and its yang, and there's a positive side to it as well
Hmm.
that we can take apart and look at. But it's a full moon in Capricorn, and so whatever is needing to have the light shined on it in the Capricorn area of our lives
Mm.
is getting a little bit of spotlight, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So here it is. Let's take a look at the chart, see what it looks like. And thanks to AstroSeek for, free charts that we get to use. That's cool.
Hmm.
Um, we talked last time about this basket that's formed here,
Yeah.
how it's a container
Hmm.
for things in this half of the chart, anything from uh, really from Capricorn all the way through to Cancer
Mm.
is contained here, but the rest of the chart then is just possibility with things being contained here.
Mm.
So I like the container concept, this basket concept, because what are we holding on to? And what is it that's not really part of our vision or part of what we're um, trying to put together in our gestalt, but it's still
Yeah.
out there, you know,
Okay.
still out there. So, Venus is pulled into this by its angle to Saturn, which is sweet.
Mm.
I mean, it's a trine, and Saturn offers structure to Venusian beauty, and Venus offers, beauty to the structure of Saturn. So,
Nice.
you
And the
know,
fire signs. I like that.
yeah, and the fire signs exactly. So I think this sweetens our pot having Venus here, and Venus and Jupiter, are going to be co-present very shortly in Leo because
Mm.
Jupiter's just about to go on in there
Hmm.
into Leo. And I don't think I have this on a whole sign, but oh well. Um, that's okay. When I tried to pull up the chart, it was doing a little bit of weird stuff for me, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to go back and
That's
do it again. Yeah.
that's fine.
So we're approaching two kind of dun dun duns, and
What?
the one is very obvious because we're already in it, and that's Mars
Oh,
Uranus,
look at that.
and the other one is the Pluto opposite uh, Jupiter.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Those could be really big. What's our time frame?
Well, here with Mars and Uranus, we're talking, I
A few
want to
days.
say June 29th. Let me look out and see if I can tell.
I feel like it's just going to be a few days from now.
I think it's like the 29th of, right. It could be farther away than that, but Mars is moving pretty fast. Oops, I got it set on a minute. You probably can't even see what I'm doing anyway, but
No, it doesn't look like it's doing anything.
let me look at,
1 minute at a time. That's the moon motion.
yeah, a minute is a little too slow.
Well, what if I preemptively look at what Pluto is at 4 degrees Aquarius?
Okay, cool.
Let's just start with that.
Well, actually, wait. Uh,
Yeah,
let's do 3 degrees of Uranus in Gemini.
3 degrees Gemini. Okay.
Yeah.
Holly and mistletoe bring Christmas spirit to a home.
Wow. Three
Okay.
degrees, 3 degrees of Gemini.
3 degrees of Gemini.
Isn't that interesting?
So
Read again.
weird.
Read again.
Holly and mistletoe bring Christmas spirit to a home. Okay, so holly and mistletoe are plant allies. So Uranus is at a plant ally degree. And Christmas spirit is like gathering and gift giving and joyousness and generosity and good food. And I mean, that's what I think Christmas spirit is. Maybe other people disagree. Um, and mistletoe is what you kiss under. So this is, I guess Uranus is at a like celebratory,
Uh-huh.
generous,
Uh-huh.
loving place.
So how does that relate to July 3rd, almost July 4th? Because that's the date that Uranus and Mars conjunct at the third degree of Gemini.
Okay.
So I think some people are going to feel very celebratory about it. I heard
Yeah.
somebody recently say, I'm not feeling very celebratory about this. So I wonder if this is, I wonder how this is going to impact us all, meaning that some people might not be feeling so celebratory.
Sure. I mean, there's there's a couple there's multiple sides to the story of every story, right? And so there's the one side of the story of our approaching collective birthday, uh, where it's about conquest and genocide and enslavement and empire, and that's the thing none of us want to celebrate, the
Right.
250th anniversary of. But then there's also the other side, because this was also a reality of people fleeing their own deprivation and standing up for each other. And their histories of abolitionists, and there's like a real liberatory history in this country too.
A
So
liberation.
yeah. So we have both things, and the fact that we tend to deny the empire side of things and celebrate the freedom side of things is a big chunk of our collective problems, correct?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
but like so yeah, we have this tension coming up, this Uranus Mars tension coming up on our 250th birthday between this like liberation aspect, which is very real
Yeah.
in our history, uh, and this domination aspect that is also very real
Right.
in history.
Liberty to and freedom from is a way
Yeah,
I've been looking at it recently. I've got the liberty to say whatever I want, or
right.
I've got the freedom from verbal abuse or hate crimes, verbal hate crimes.
Okay.
Liberty to burn my own trash, freedom from someone else's airborne pollution,
Uh-huh.
liberty to express myself however I want, in a free way, freedom from uh, rape or abuse. Somebody wanted me. Did they have the right?
Right.
The liberty to and freedom from kind of is this chicken egg thing too, where
Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
you know, uh, there's it's built into our system, as you say, and it's a dichotomy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a real dichotomy. But
Yeah.
it's interesting that this is going to culminate really on the 4th of July.
Right.
And with that comes, let me share again. With it comes the trine to Pluto.
Okay.
So we've got, this is 3 degrees, and on when Mars reaches it, Uranus will still be at 3 degrees,
Okay.
almost 4 degrees.
Okay.
And Pluto is now over here at 4 degrees. So it's trine and opposite Jupiter at the same time.
Oh my God.
So this wedge that we've got here, and notice it goes the other way too, right?
Okay,
Because
now
it's
I'm a
now coming
little
down.
bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned. Just the thought of like, oh, there's a giant trine, a grand trine between Jupiter. Well, it's not a grand trine because it's a sextile between Jupiter and Mars and Uranus. but then an
It's a minor trine. Yeah, I mean
minor
this is
trine.
considered a minor trine right here.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, because we do have a regular trine, and it is powerful. A minor trine as a is like a sextile to
Yeah.
the grand trine's trineness of it.
Well, there's
It's
also gonna be a trine between Jupiter and Neptune.
right. We've got three of these minor trines together,
Right.
or two.
Jupiter, Pluto with Mars and Uranus, Neptune trine Jupiter, Jupiter opposite Pluto. Wow, that is intense.
And
And
that's where
I'm
the
a little
bowl comes in.
scared, except that Uranus is partying it up in the Christmas spirit. Uranus is in a gift-giving spirit.
Those gifts could shower down on us in a very fiery way.
That might be all right. I might be okay with that. It might be things like toilet paper catching on fire. I don't know.
Yeah, there is, we have Pluto on the side of the people. It's retrograde. And we talked about this a little bit before. Those people in power might be thinking, oh, we're cool. Pluto's coming back to us, baby. It's coming back to us in Capricorn, but it's not going to reach it.
Mm.
Pluto's not going to go back to
Okay,
Capricorn.
so while this is the 4 degrees of Aquarius, a council of ancestors.
Yeah, that
The
sounds what we need.
spirit
Council of Ancestors.
council of ancestors. What is Neptune out at 4 degrees of Aries? A triangle with wings.
Uh-huh. And now go ahead and do 4 degrees of Gemini, because that's coming next, and we're almost there.
That's what it was. That's the Christmas spirit.
Oh, that was the Christmas spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, kabang.
Yeah. 4 degrees Gemini, Christmas spirit. 4 degrees Aries, a triangle with wings. 4 degrees Aquarius, a council of ancestors.
Okay. So now I'm curious when Jupiter meets that spot, the 4 degrees spot.
Right. They'll
I
probably still basically be there. So what's 4 degrees Leo, huh?
Yeah, what's 4 degrees Leo?
Rock formations tower over a deep canyon.
One more time. Rock formations.
Rock formations tower over a deep canyon.
Well, that's perfect for the mountain of Jupiter over the depths of Pluto.
Oh, yep.
It's looking at this span, this dichotomy that we started talking about to begin with, that is, let's see, this is July 18th when this reaches culmination.
Okay.
July 18th when Jupiter reaches 4 degrees.
Okay.
So we get the exact opposition of Jupiter, and everything else we'll still have Uranus there at 4 degrees, and Neptune there at 4 degrees, and Pluto there at 4 degrees. So making this perfect basket of wildness that will have been triggered on the full moon by Mars, as we just saw.
Right.
Mars is going to trigger this whole thing that may not actually culminate until the middle to the end of July.
So if you have 4 degrees in your chart somewhere, be aware.
Be aware. This is going to be very, it could be very deep. It could be very explosive. It could be enlightening. It could be a big wake up call in that area, in that whole area, in any of those areas. Look at how it's tinging everything. So Rick Levine has talked about this for about a year, because he's like, it's great in a 5-pointed star. Take a look at this. And it does when the moon hits that 4-degree point as well. on the opposite side of the chart and starts to trigger things. When the moon moves around, triggering the 4-degree point, um, then we're going to see this stuff will be set off, right?
Okay.
But what is being set off? Well, I think we all have kind of an idea of what's being set off. In the political arena, they're trying to prevent us from being able to vote. And they've arrested people and put them in jail for hundreds of years for protesting, which is against our American way of life. And so we're building up to some kind of a crescendo in a political sense. And we know this is coming because Uranus is returned to the place where it was during the American Revolution and during the Civil War and during World War II. So we've got a really rough 7 years coming here that we know is coming based on the history of Uranus in Gemini in the United States.
Right.
But what does that mean for us personally? Uranus can at the same time as creating a lot of hell in the outer world can also be really eye-opening and inspirational for us personally. So, but I think it's a good time to be careful, like don't drive too fast and pass cars. I don't know. There might be some ways we want to be cautious, and that really does have to do with where it sits in your chart, right? Because I mean, for me, Gemini is my ninth house. So this is happening in the top of my sky. For some people, it might be happening in the bottom of their sky, in their home life, in their fourth house, right? And so this could be some kind of enlightenment or explosion in your home. And
third house, is it my friend group and siblings?
Yeah, well, more what's happening in your neighborhood.
Oh, my neighborhood.
As opposed to, for me, it's more what's happening in the wider world context or higher learning, travel. I'm traveling. I'll be traveling during this time. I'm going on my trip beginning on this conjunction. Yeah. So.
And it's in your ninth house?
Yep.
Okay.
So
it seems bold.
So for me, it's well, it's perfect, right? It's reflecting as above, so below. It's showing, well, where is it happening for me? My ninth house. I'm going somewhere. Mars is taking me somewhere, and it can be somewhere of great change. For the third house, Mars is taking you somewhere of great change, but it's in your neighborhood or with your friends, family, siblings. If it's in somebody's let's go the other way around, fifth house, then it's happening, in their creative life. It could be great creative inspiration, or a baby being born or conceived. That Mars there, oop, oop, we just got pregnant. It could be in the sixth house, a work project that blows up or begins with a bang.
Yeah.
Or dealing with employees has this signature, or pets have that signature for the workhouse. Seventh house, that's other people. This may not be you. This is your relationships it's happening in. It's your significant others are having the blow up or the change ignited.
Yeah.
Eighth house, this again could have to do with other people's resources and how that impacts you.
Or secrets.
Or secrets. Yeah, that's good. Again, for ninth house, for me, travel or going back to school, inspirational things, change of, hey, I used to believe this and suddenly I believe that.
Right. Shifts in ideology.
Exactly. Right. And this is happening in the area of shifts of ideology in a general way because it's Gemini.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. That's exciting.
It is. I mean, I think we need this on some level. We really need this. That's finished with the circle. We got the 10th house. So that's going to be shifts, a change being sparked by Mars and Uranus connection in the area where we are, showing ourselves to the world, our career, or, if we're retired, it's still what we're doing out there with other people that's public, our public
Mhm.
life. At
Public.
11th house, it's what our groups are. Our groups might be explosive or changing right now. And then finally, 12th house, well, this is some enlightenment that's happening internally,
Hmm.
or some um, crisis of consciousness. So
We need more of that too.
we do. We do. And we didn't do first house. If it's in your first house, this is up close and personal. This is a major change to your appearance or, again, the way you present yourself to the world. And second house, big changes in money and
Mm,
igniting change to what's going on in your personal finances or um, resources.
mm.
So whatever's happening on the larger scale, this is also big changes in our personal life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be bad changes,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I never assume changes are going to be bad.
I don't think that, Mars has the malefic energy, but we also have this trine with uh, Venus and Saturn at the same time.
Right. Yes. Trying to figure this
And
out.
and we have
And
Jupiter.
Mars doesn't have to be malefic, I don't feel like. I feel like Mars can be ambitious.
I think we can use that energy, but I tend toward the Hellenistic,
Okay.
why I don't there are things that aren't so cool. There's energy that just plows right through. A plow is good if you're in a field.
Right. Sometimes you need the sharp edge.
Sometimes you need the sharp edge. It's just where and how you use the plow.
Right. No one could have foreseen the consequences of the plow.
Right. Exactly. Bam, oh, ram. Ain't that true? So it's also interesting to me that we're moving towards the part of fortune in Gemini.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not a historical astrologer, but I'd be really curious, and I'm studying from some of these historical astrologers like Nick Dagan Best about how this compares to the similar configuration that happened in World War II and the Civil War and the Revolutionary War, because maybe things are different with approaching the part of fortune here, giving us a better outcome. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we had good outcomes for those, if you will, on some level. We were better on the other side.
Yeah,
As
okay, okay,
we were
okay,
better on the other side.
okay.
So, that's the hope that this will take us
Yeah,
to a better place on the other side.
yeah.
But the signatures,
13 degrees Gemini,
yeah, what's that?
two people living far apart in telepathic communication.
Ooh, that's interesting. Uh-huh.
There's technologies that we don't know of or understand.
Uh-huh. Now we also have, it's not really showing here, but we got an approaching square with Jupiter and Chiron,
Oh,
right? Because Jupiter's just about to hit 0 degrees
right.
of Leo, and here we have 0 degrees of Taurus.
Okay. 0 degrees of Taurus, where Chiron is for this full moon, is a clear mountain stream.
I like that.
Yeah.
Clear waters, clear waters.
Clear waters flowing.
Uh-huh. And what is then, because we're at 29 degrees, 56 minutes. So that's really 0 degrees. What's 0 degrees of Leo?
Under emotional stress, blood rushes to a man's head.
Well, I've seen that on TV a lot lately.
Have you? Uh-huh.
Haven't you seen that guy got real red in the face when they
I
were
don't
interviewing
watch
him?
TV, so no, I missed it. But I can take a guess. Is the guy usually orange?
He's orange anyway, and he was interviewed by a lovely woman who
Huh?
just wanted to know what the evidence was. And he got
The
real
things that he was
red.
saying, the evidence for the things he was saying. Right,
Exactly. And he
right.
turned as red as my jacket and stomped off.
What a man baby.
So we have clear water and I'm sorry, read it one more time.
Chiron is a clear mountain spring.
Clear Mountain Spring, and
When
then
Jupiter squares it, it will be at under emotional stress, blood rushes to a man's head. I like that
maybe,
the emphasis is on the blood. It's the blood that's doing the action.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Maybe what is seen at the bottom of the Clear Mountain stream is not expected.
Ah,
Healing is possible. Healing waters are
healing
healing,
waters.
healing waters,
Thanks,
healing
Chiron.
waters. Yeah, yeah, I like that a lot.
Mhm.
So which one do you want to do next?
Well, let's do Jupiter where it is now. How about
Okay.
that? Okay.
Well, it's pretty close. Let's do 29 for fun. Yeah.
A daughter of the American Revolution.
Uh, moving and moving quickly to a,
Moving quickly to a man who's under stress and blood is rushing to his head.
oh, I like that somehow.
As
It,
a in square to a clear mountain spring, the wounded
uh-huh.
healer.
Yeah.
So this is great. This is a great omen.
So let's go to our next really positive one, which is that 19 degrees of Leo.
19 Leo. Venus. Ah, American Indians perform a ritual to the sun. It's the sun dance.
Oh, sweet. And I do hope they are. We need those water rituals and those sun rituals and probably a wind ritual and a
Absolutely.
fire ritual.
Absolutely.
Time to engage the elements in maybe put them in this bowl container.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so can we do the Saturn next at 14 degrees since it's approaching this trine?
For Saturn at 14 degrees Aries.
Yeah,
An Indian weaving a blanket.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting that both symbolism is Native American symbolism.
Well, it's not that specific. We don't know what kind of Indian, but
Well, that's true,
you
but
can interpret it that way.
yeah, when these guys were writing this at the beginning of the 19th century or the 20th century, I don't think they were talking about Indians from India.
It's true. They would have used Hindu, and they
Right.
do. They do
Right.
use Hindu. Okay.
So I
Yeah.
think these are actually talking about Native Americans, and it's just interesting that the symbology, it's in
Mhm.
trine, are both
Yeah.
about Native Americans and
And one is the sun dance and one is a weaving.
right, right,
Which the sun dance is a kind of weaving. Is if I'm correct, and part of the meaning of the sun dance is to like recreate the world and hold the
right.
world together.
The web, the spider web,
Yeah.
which is a weaving.
So both of these things are, uh, in my mind, point to like a reconstruction of an indigenous worldview.
Yes,
That's
the
what I'd like to see.
fabric of reality was torn, and we saw that because we stepped out of time in a weird way.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, perhaps Native American teachings or indigenous practices and healing ways can repair the damage that has been done to set us in
I don't
a
doubt that at
wrong
all.
way.
I don't doubt that at all. This land is native land, and I, being the animist that I am, feel that like the land should have a say in how the structure of things work, right? And the people who were living here for eons and eons forever are the ones who know what the land wants and thinks things how things should be done. And so we should be following their example. It's my personal perspective.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. Again, I think it's there's a fabric of reality
Yeah,
that that's recognized, like seen to the clear bottom of that stream, that mountain
right.
stream.
Right. What do
That
they call that? Ontology?
yeah,
Yeah,
that, some cultures have the ability to not ignore the natural world and then
right.
also the spiritual world around them.
That's
And
right.
we're living in a time where tech bros want to say there's no spiritual.
Right.
Spiritual what? Give me your
Right.
money.
Right. And by the way, all of your creative endeavors for all of human history are just our resources that we now claim for ourselves, and you can pay us a subscription service to access them,
Yeah, including water and air.
including water and air.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
it's so much.
their thing is not sustainable.
It is not.
Oh,
No, it's the next bubble. It's so obviously the next bubble. I realize I'm old, and so I've seen some things, and so I have some pattern recognition that other people don't have. But my God, it's so obviously the next bubble.
it's so obviously the next bubble. Yeah.
Like they're gonna burst, it's gonna not work, and then they're gonna be like, oh, my investment. Oh, I need the federal government to bail me out because I was just too big to fail. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. And then we're gonna have like these giant warehouses that will have been abandoned and they'll just be rotting and they'll be showcased on Mysteries of the Abandoned, and skateboarders will take them over. And it's just so absurd.
So absurd. Absolutely crazy absurd.
That's my,
But I like what I see in the Venus Saturn
yes,
as a beautiful
yes,
opportunity for this change to take us in a different direction than that.
yes. One where there's sun dances and weaving.
Bam. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So, we've also got, do we want to do the notes here too?
Yep, yep.
Well, wait, I'm skipping 4 degrees of Neptune. We didn't do that, right?
No, we did. It's the triangle with wings.
The triangle with wings, right? In this harmony with Pluto and with this configuration building with Mars and Uranus. So
Right.
we are at the 2 or 3 degrees. Really, it's closer to 3 degrees, but you might do both for
Okay. 2 degrees of petrified forest. 3 degrees heavy car traffic on a narrow isthmus linking two seaside resorts. So two
and
things
we're
trying
actually
to get
we're
together,
actually
but hard.
sorry. Go ahead. Say again.
Heavy car traffic on a narrow isthmus linking two seaside resorts.
And that's 3 degrees.
That's 3 degrees.
Okay, so we're moving actually towards 2 degrees, and
Oh,
because this is retrograde,
okay.
what's our 2 degrees again?
A petrified forest.
Uh,
I think that makes more sense.
I do too, because it feels like, yeah, we're stuck between these two oppositions. So what's 2 degrees of Virgo?
Hmm. Two guardian angels bringing protection.
We'll take all we can get.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And we did Pluto. Read it one more time, that 4 degrees. And it actually
A
is close.
council of ancestors.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
And
council of ancestors, two guardian angels, uh,
and
woman
the
weaving, presumably a woman, and the sun dance, and a
and
clear
the Clear
mountain,
Mountain Stream.
and
Yeah.
the triangle
Clear
with
Mountain Stream.
wings.
Mhm. So there is a lot positive in this chart, and now we are at the moon. So what is our 8 degrees of Capricorn? Tell
Okay.
us.
Okay. An angel carrying a harp.
Oh, I like that. And they're not stomping away
Three
angry, right?
angels. There's three angels in this full moon.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
I need that. Okay, 8 degrees of Cancer.
Oh. A small naked girl bends over a pond trying to catch a fish.
That's what needs protected.
Hmm.
That's what
Mm-hmm.
the sun's shining on in the area of our home, our world home.
Your inner child
Yeah.
trying to
Well,
find the nourishment it needs.
What can see the clear bottom of the mountain stream and see the fish.
Yes.
That's what needs protected. And this moon
Right.
has an angel in it bringing a harp.
Yeah.
This is pretty nice. Okay, so what don't we see at 21 degrees of Sag?
Oh.
What's out of our vision? What do we not want to look at?
Not want to look at 21 degrees Sagittarius. What can we not see? A Chinese laundry. Interesting.
Chinese
Like
laundry.
laundering, the way things are being laundered.
That's kind of what I was saying. In the background, the way that they're sneaking off, like those villains with the black masks and the bag over their head, and they're sneaking out with all the money. We're trying to deal with all these social issues, and they're sneaking out the back door with all the money.
Right.
I've
Right.
had this picture in my mind lately of the Music Man. Do you remember that movie? It's an
I don't
old,
know it well, but yeah.
yeah, same thing. They realize they've been flim-flammed. Flim-flam man. Somebody came in with a big smile and took all their money out the back door.
Hmm.
And that's probably what we'll see at the end of this. What we can't see now is that uh, rebuilding the structure of all this might be real difficult with the economy as depleted as it will be after they've finished running off with all the money.
Yeah, but that'll be what enforces our hand. Like we didn't make the right decisions in past decades, and we're probably not going to make the right decisions until we're forced to, because there's another true aspect of the history. Like this country does not do that liberation thing unless it's forced to.
Yeah,
And the real story of the liberation side, is how immigrants, people of color, have been really the ones to force that liberation. It is not granted by
right.
this government.
Well, and not just people of color, women.
No, no, not just,
I
but
mean,
often people of
look how
color are
they're
left out. Like there's a
absolutely.
normalization of the whiteness and the Europeanness.
And the sexism, because
Yeah,
right now with the voting Save Act, what they're trying to do is disenfranchise women. Though
yeah,
that will be the greatest number of people disenfranchised from voting. People who don't have a birth certificate with their name on, with people who don't have a birth certificate.
yeah,
My sister is unable to get a birth certificate because of when and where she was born.
exactly.
Married
Yes,
twice, so she has a name of somebody that's not on her birth certificate,
that's right.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's not going to be able to vote.
Right. This has been a strategy that conservatives have used against Black people for decades, and now they're going to use it against women.
That's right. And if women are disenfranchised from voting, they're literally taking us back to, I guess, what white men consider the good old days.
Well,
What
some
some
white
white
men.
men, forgive me, what white men that are watching us, we forgive you. I mean, we forgive that this is something that you are a part of by your gender and your color, not necessarily by your desires.
Right.
So there's plenty of white men that are fighting on the side of keeping voting rights for women and minorities.
Well, they need to step it up a bit.
It's it's time for us all to step up a bit. And women, I mean, it makes me angry, that
I'm seeing reports of conservative women openly talking about how they don't want the right to vote anymore, that their husbands should be in charge and there should only be one vote per household.
yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Openly speaking this.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
horrible.
so fine. If you don't want to vote, if you want your household to have one vote, then you go ahead and do that for
Right.
your household.
You have the right to not vote.
The way that some portion of our population feels like it's perfectly reasonable to force their view of the world, their ontology,
Yep.
onto everyone else just blows my mind.
Yep. And we don't get, unless you're really seeking, you're not finding good information. So
Sure.
being able to see what's, really going on is hard for people. They're being brainwashed
Sure.
more and more ever and ever today. But this chart shows an option for some sneaky little angels to clear the water. And
Thank God there are three angels this full moon.
I like it. And the clear mountain stream is helpful. So, we got something building that's really big here. The energy is powerful. Um, and I don't think that there's going to be, some quick fix to all this. So we need to use the energy in ways that help to ground us and help us feel safe and secure as we move through these kind of trying times.
So what should we do this full moon? What's the right kind of ritual?
Fire ritual.
Fire ritual, even though it's a Capricorn. That's an earth sign.
Yeah, but you've got the Mars in there. You have to honor the Mars and
Okay.
Uranus.
Yeah.
A structure. I would want to use all the elements we just talked about. We have the
Hmm.
Mars Uranus combustion,
Okay.
fireworks. So be careful with the
Fireworks.
fireworks. Be careful with the fireworks. But what a nice time to get together and look at fireworks.
Yeah.
And have the Cancer Capricorn thing is how we can get together with our families and share meal and camaraderie and good times. And
It's Capricorn. Christmas is in
yeah,
Capricorn, is it not?
yeah, yeah. And we have that Christmas symbol for the Uranian Mars connection.
Hmm.
So I think just be really careful. It's not the time to get in the fight with your family. Avoid it. Instead, set off some more fireworks and be real careful and stand back and watch the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe even some scrying.
Oh,
We've
that's
got the
cool.
Clear Mountain Stream.
Yeah, describe that. I like that.
So scrying is a divinatory meditation technique where you stare into a bowl of water. Yes.
That's
Um,
cool for Cancer.
yeah, yeah. Well, and it's I'm thinking for Chiron, if Chiron's at a clear
Yeah.
mountain stream,
Oh, yeah.
some little meditation on like what your healing path is.
That's very cool. And I always like burning rituals, where you like maybe write something on a paper that you want to get rid of.
It does work really well.
I mean, Mars is good for what do I want to eliminate?
Right,
And here's Uranus to make a change.
right.
So, using, a little fire, a little burner, doesn't have to be a big fire. You don't have to hurt yourself, and write on a piece of paper what you'd like to eliminate from your life. Burn that
Yeah,
thing in a ritualistic way and step into a new future with a change.
right, right. I'm
So
a
do,
little like, I also want to suggest that people could like write down the change that they do want and then like plant it in the ground.
oh, that's very Cancer Capricorn. That's
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's really nice. Well, these are great ideas, and I think that we've got a lot of opportunity ahead with this moon. There is a lot of power in it that we can use.
yeah. Beautiful.
All right.
Good
Well, you
luck out
guys
there.
enjoy it. We'll see you on the new moon. Bye.